Alright, welcome back to our channel, guys. It's been a minute. We were in Mexico for a while. It's been a few weeks since we posted a video. But we have some happy news, kind of sad a little bit, but it's exciting overall. Mostly happy that we wanted to make this video about.
Yeah, I feel like they might already know from the title. I don't know. Should we say it?
Yeah, so we are moving from Texas.
Out of Texas.
We're not gonna say where we're moving yet, just because there's still some pieces that need to fall into place that will take place here in the next month. So praying that God has his hand in that well. But we are going to be moving from Texas, which is exciting because where we're going, we're really excited about.
Yeah, we know, just going off of that, we know what state and what city, but we just don't have like an exact place yet. So we don't want to say somewhere and then something falls through, but we know where we're going. It's not like up in the air or anything.
Yeah, and overall, like, we're very excited to be entering into this new stage, but we're definitely gonna miss this place, and we're definitely gonna miss Texas. There's some reasons why we decided to leave Texas, and we could talk about that real quick in this video, but overall, like, this stage of our life was like perfect, and like I wouldn't trade like this experience in Texas.
No, it was really good.
Like, I'm already getting emotional because like I haven't even gotten emotional about it yet until now. Makes me happy.
You're making me cry.
Well, I mean, this place was special in starting our life together, and it's where we brought Maybe home. And I'm not sad to be leaving, because I know it's what we feel we're called to be going. But it was a great experience being here, and it's where we started our marriage, and it's just a lot of good memories in this place, in this town. But I'm excited where we're going. So it's overall, it's good. It's just a little sad, just because we're just emotional, sentimental people more than not. So this apartment means a lot to us. Do you want to say, like, maybe people are probably a little shocked to hear that we're leaving? Do you want to like talk about some of the reasons that we're leaving Texas? Not to give away any hints into where we're actually going, but just Texas in itself, why we felt it was time to go.
Honestly, there's no, like, we don't hate living here, you know. There's nothing wrong with living in Texas. We don't really have a lot of family here. Actually, no family.
I have an aunt and cousins that live a few hours away, but
towards Houston.
Yeah, it's
but in like Fort Worth, we have no family here. Here we have a few friends.
All of our friends are across the Metroplex.
Yeah, really, all of our friends that live in Texas don't live in Fort Worth. They're all like
we have
Dallas,
a couple
Plano,
that live in Fort Worth, but
Irving. Yeah, we have some that live in Fort Worth, but most of them are. So really, there's nothing tying us down here. We don't have jobs that tie us down here. So, and while we don't have kids, we just think, let's try somewhere new.
There were around 3 or 4 different states that we were considering moving to when we were going to start, when we decided we were going to get married and start our life. There were 3 or 4 different states we were considering, and this place where we're going to was one of them that we were considering. And since we're not having kids yet, we're not planning on having kids in the immediate future, we thought right now would be the best chance to see these different places and just really feel where we want to raise our family. Because once we want to start having kids, we just want to be planted.
Yeah.
We want to be planted in a church, planted in community, which I guess that kind of goes back to why we're kind of leaving. We can touch on that in a second, but we really want to feel like where we're living is home, and we don't really want to be moving our kids around. We want our kids to grow up around the same people, grow up in the same schools and sports teams and church, and so this gives us a really good opportunity to really find where we belong, and where we feel like we're called to be. So it's happy, and that kind of goes along with one of the reasons why we decided to leave is we really did struggle here in Fort Worth to find a church.
It took us forever to find a church that we even both liked, and then we were going there for a few months. Yeah,
and it just still never was home. Never really got connected into it, which is not good, and just didn't really meet people in there. It was just kind of we were in there and we were out of there on a Sunday. Yeah. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want to raise our kids in. We really want to be involved, and just that community, again, like we talked about, it just wasn't found here in Fort Worth. We're not saying that we would never come back here.
Yeah,
it was just,
we don't know.
It was just at this point, we struggled finding it, and so that was one of the reasons why we're like, you know what? We never did get plugged in. We never did really find that community. So what is the harm of going somewhere else? Again, Texas was great. I really enjoyed living in the South for the first time. I guess some people call Arizona the South. I think it's a different type of lifestyle.
Yeah, I think it's different.
But the people down here, while they may be terrible drivers, are very nice people for the most part. And I enjoyed that kind of Southern hospitality part of it. I enjoyed just the lifestyle down here. I think weather, the winter was different than we expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's very windy here, which someone who plays golf and enjoys being outside and running and stuff, like constantly 20-25 mile per hour winds is just not ideal. So that was really a bummer about kind of the climate down here.
And neither of us had lived here before, coming here, so we were just like not really knowing what to expect with the seasons and stuff, but it's a lot different than we thought.
The winter wasn't harsh, but everything was dead up until like middle of April, which is like not something I'm used to. Overall, Texas weather like wasn't bad. I've definitely lived in worse places of weather and stuff, but I would say that, like, that would be a reason why we were like, you know what, like the winter was really dry. It was really cold and windy, not a lot of greenery, and it took a long time for spring to develop here. And then once spring did develop, it was like 100 degrees in humidity before you know it, and it was like,
it's like the weather is like one extreme or the other, and neither of us were really used to that. I mean, maybe with Arizona a little, but
the heat in Texas is different than Arizona, so it's more humid and not as dry of a climate. But overall, like, that's not what pushed us out of here. It was just like one of the things we're like, you know what?
There was nothing crazy big that happened that we're like, oh, we need to move. There's just like a bunch of little things kind of added together.
Yeah, and I think we can, like, again, we just wanted to be careful about like not saying where we're going just because of like things aren't 100% locked in yet. But it'll kind of make more sense, and we can talk more about reasons for the other place and against this place when we're once we know, and we can tell people.
We have a spot and a home to live in.
But overall, it just came down to the fact of nothing was really locked us down here. We both work jobs where we can do that other places, do it wherever.
Which we're really, really thankful
blessed
for.
Lack just not a ton of family around, and church community, friend community, and honestly, just wanted to see a new place. Even up to a few months ago, we were considering buying a house here. It's not like we hated our time in Fort Worth. It's a wonderful place, and we did enjoy it. It was kind of we went down that process of trying to buy a house, and at that time, with the market and just loan stuff, we were just like, you know what, this isn't the right time to buy a house. And then we were like, you know what, if we're gonna do rent again, if we're gonna rent another apartment, why don't we go somewhere else and see someplace else? And we're very blessed that we're able to do that. If we don't like the other place, we know there's Fort Worth, Texas, where we definitely did enjoy living, and that's the beauty of kind of like the life we're blessed to have right now, is like we have the freedom to do this, and we know we have a place to come back to. I think one of the big reasons why we're leaving too is we talked to both of our families, and there was really no chance of them ever going to be coming to here. And that was something that we struggle with, just because we want to raise our kids around some family, and it just makes it easier as a family to have family around when you're raising kids.
Like babies, especially. During
this first year of marriage, it honestly worked out perfectly that we didn't have any family around, because we really just got to focus on ourselves and focus on building our marriage, and it was really good space for that. But when we go on to our next section of our lives, we would like there to be some family around, and so hopefully we can convince some family to come to where we're going.
And another thing is, like, when we told my mom and then his parents, hey, we're actually thinking we might move here, like, both of them were like, we think that's a great idea. Like, no one was like, oh, let's think about it, you know what I mean? So I think that was another thing we were like, no one is really being hesitant about it. So it was kind of from God. We were like, okay, we feel really calm in this decision, and so yeah, we just feel really led to this place.
Overall, even though we cried in this video, we're really excited. I'm really excited. I'm just sentimental about this place, not even necessarily Fort Worth in general, but just our apartment. It's our home, and that's all Maype's known. So it's going to be really fun, really exciting year, and if we like it, years to come. I would love for us to enjoy it so much that that's where this is our last big move, you know.
Yeah, I hope so. But if not,
we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see this place, and hopefully soon. It'll be soon when we like announce where we're going. So.
Yeah, Johnny's actually going there next week. I'm not going, but he's gonna go to look at some places there. So we're hoping by next week we can 100% start saying where we're going.
We've looked at places, but it just didn't work out. So we were kind of, a time crunch. So I have to go back next week to finalize some things. But once those things are locked in, there'll be definitely announcing that, and content on moving and all that goes along with that. It's not fun. We got about 10 days to pack up this place. And then we're on like a three-week road trip going to Oregon because my brother's getting married. And then going back down to Texas. We're taking my dad with us from Oregon, and
he's gonna help us move and like drive the U-Haul and everything. So, which we're also really thankful for, because I'm not driving a U-Haul. There's no way. We're leaving this apartment in about 10 days, so
we'll still have it because we're under lease up until the middle of August.
But we won't be living here.
But we won't be here. All of our stuff will be here, and then we'll just be one day packing it all up once we come back from the road trip. But it's all going to be moving quickly, but we're excited.
But if you guys want to guess in the comments where we're moving, see who gets it right. I don't know if people will be able to guess it.
Go for a city too. Don't just go state.
Yeah.
City.
City and state if you're going to guess.
If you guess it, first person to guess it right, maybe we'll, I don't know what we can do. We don't have like merch or anything to give them.
Give you a shout out or something.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out. Not that that means much, but.
Still though, that'd be so fun if someone guessed it.
I don't know if someone will guess the right city.
I don't know either.
Maybe like region correctly, but city, that would be impressive.
I would be really impressed.
I'd be very impressed. We appreciate everybody's support, and
thank you guys so much for watching our channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our joint channel here, because that's where we're going to be posting like all of our moving stuff. I'll touch on it a little bit on my personal channel, but it'll be mostly on this channel. And for like our new empty tour of whenever we get to our new place, you know.
Yeah, we don't know what we're gonna be living in.
Yeah.
So
empty house or empty apartment tour, we don't really know yet, but it will be on this channel, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. Peace.